When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning. Today is Friday, August 8th. And boys, I've been chasing a ghost of smoke detectors all night. I had a smoke detector go off for about 3 seconds. Then it shut off. Never had that happen to me before. No fire. Couldn't sleep. What's going on?
What's up, fellas?
It's a weird one. I'd change your batteries, or I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
Frankly, I might have a ghost and I have to sell. I think that I'm leaning towards that. We'll have to figure it out in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, and you might be coming back to the greatest state in the world.
Crazy stuff, but a great episode to start talking, a great episode to get pre-approved, because what I hear, everyone's going to be sitting in traffic all weekend because of the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. So you might as well get pre-approved for that new home loan this weekend.
Whoa. What's going on with the Squirrel Hill Tunnel?
Oh, closed.
Completely.
Yeah, brother. Turn on KDKA. Good luck this weekend getting around the Berg.
I'm going to be honest. Before we dive into the show, I've been down there a few times when it's one lane, and boy, does it back up. Even if you're there early, I mean, you're talking backups down to Grant Street in the city when it goes to one lane. I can't even imagine what's going to happen today. Stay home. Just stay home.
Yeah, and stay home and get pre-approved, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't take the Squirrel Hill tunnels anyway, but if I had to go that way, I'd probably stay home because I take the back way, and if that's closed, everybody's going to be taking the back way. So I don't want to have to.
Yeah, I think you got to go up 79 and just get the turnpike up there and not even deal with it if you're on our side of the city.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what I would do. I'm glad that I'm playing Chartiers tomorrow, not Edgewood.
Yeah. So that's the way I look at it. Perfect weekend. Don't deal with the traffic. It's going to be a nightmare near and around the city. So we're going to be talking about how to get you prepared, how to get that good offer in. And frankly, we got a lot of questions rolling our way because buyers are becoming educated, getting knowledgeable, listening to the market, and they're just asking a ton of questions that frankly weren't even asked a year ago regarding price, commission, building, how they get a deal. People understand it is not a seller's market out there for every transaction, and buyers want a good deal.
Yeah. They constantly are coming to us with these questions of what's going on with the commission. How is their commission included? How is it not included? And realistically, it's not we could tell them what's going on, but it's not our place to tell them. But that is the question. The number one question that buyers are asking right now is about agent commission.
Yep. And when we talk about commission, we lead right back to the real estate agent. But what we're focusing on is the price point. Where is that property priced? Because that is one thing that's been left out of all of this talk. We all know before last year, properties were priced that have all the commission in the price. So has that changed? Has the pricing of how homes changed? Or is the price of the homes still having commission built in where all we have to see is buyer's agents asking for it in the offer, and we would keep trucking along in life like normal? Or, and I don't know this, right? I'm not a real estate agent. Or are listing agents talking to their sellers and saying, hey, let's list this aggressively and not have all the commission built in and see what the buyers bring? I don't know the answer to that question. I believe that is a great way for a buyer's agent to bring value to their client without costing a dime. Let your buyer know what is going on with this listing. Where's the price point? Where is it priced? What's the best offer you can put in?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a solid question and answer for both sides. But I think buyers, with Chat GPT and everything else, I mean, they're looking a lot of this stuff up. But I think over the past year, there was so many posts on social media. Everything was out there that it was, the commission's always been built into the price. So that's in the sense, that's what buyers are also thinking. So when they're going in, they're first not thinking, hey, I got to also pay these additional costs because it's already built into the price. But knowing that and maybe speaking with the listing agent on, how that home was priced, if that is part of that, then you can go in with a solid offer and feel confident that that compensation is already going to be taken care of with the offer, instead of, looking at the buyer to, also cover that. Put it in the offer. It's always been put with the offer anyway. When the offer goes in, it was always part of it. So nothing's really changed as far as that fact.
Right. And if you're the buyer's agent, if you do your analysis, your pricing shows that there's commission built into that price. Well, okay, then put your offer in, understand it's built in, and negotiate with that listing agent and say, what are we doing here? Like, the comps show this, you have it priced here, and now you want us to pay some of the commission. Like, none of that really makes sense to me, but I'm not a real estate agent. It should be pretty easy to tell. Is this home priced with commission in it, or is this home priced without? And that should make a difference on what the offer is being put in.
No, I completely agree. And that's something that needs to be really transparent, as it is going to be the biggest fee to that buyer during this process. Because that sometimes it's going to be 3%. I know our lender fee is going to be less than 1%. So I know it's going to be the biggest fee, and it's a big deal they talk about it. I work with some people that don't like to talk about their commission and what they're getting paid, and it only creates a problem at the end. If you're not upfront with your buyer and talking through it, negotiating your commission with them up front and actually talking to them about it instead of just sliding a piece of paper under their pen, it's going to make your whole process a lot easier. Being transparent is the easiest way to get this done.
Very, very true. And the other side of this is where folks are asking about builders. Builders are building a lot of things into the price. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, they're always building it in there. And Anth, you could chime in because this is your favorite part of it, the affordability and what we're going to do to get that affordability.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So builders aren't doing big price cuts. So 26.6% of Pittsburgh homes have had price reductions. Some of them had multiple price reductions, $10, $15, $20,000. But if a house is reduced, say by $20,000, that's going to change the monthly payment by $134 a month. Okay. If the client instead just got 3% seller's assistance, they can utilize that money to actually do a permanent buy down, to buy that rate down much lower, which could save them $300 a month. And that's what buyers are looking at. They're not looking at the payment. They're not looking at the price. They're looking at the payment for affordability. You could do as many price reductions as you can, but if the payment doesn't work, they're still not buying. The payment has to work, and it has to be affordable. So that's one of the big things that I think is missed. It's easy enough to do a price reduction because, and I think that has to do with the MLS and it being pushed back out, but work with a solid team who's going to provide you information on that specific listing to show buyers, hey, this is what you could do and keep the price the same or close to the same as what you listed it for. So
yeah, that's what I hear all the time. Everybody says, oh, why would I do that? I got to do a price reduction because that's what goes to the MLS. That's what people see. They're like, oh, I can't market it. Well, that's something that you could do as an agent, is market it better. Send that email out to every single person in your sphere. Don't worry about putting it on the MLS is your only place to market the home. You can't just put it on the MLS and hope and pray. It's not like that anymore.
And explaining seller assistance to your seller, because it's back. It's in the market. A lot of sellers are having to give up some sort of seller assistance. So don't let them get blindsided when it comes in with an offer and they don't even know what it is.
Ryan, I did a lunch and learn the other day in one of my offices, and I told them that half of my deals, 50% of my deals currently, are with home sale contingencies. I think they fell out of their chair. They didn't realize that was going on. I mean, I have pretty much all my deals are home sale contingencies right now.
Tom, the market has shifted. There are those specific houses out there that you'll still have multiple offers, but most sellers are getting a little reality check. Houses aren't selling in a day. They're not going over asking. It's a fair market. You're going to sit for 30 or 60 days. That's fine. You're going to negotiate a little bit. You might only have 1 or 2 offers, but as the agents and as the mortgage professionals, we have to know the market so we get our clients the best offers on these homes. And that's why Anthony's talked about it a million times. Talk to us before you put the offer in. Hey, talk to us if you have a listing and you want to add seller assistance. What's going on there? We are here to be your tool, whatever it may be, but don't sit in traffic this weekend. Call us and get pre-approved instead. That's all I got for today.
Yeah.
If anybody's at the Jason Aldean concert tomorrow and you see me, stop over, say hello. You know, I'll get you a beer.
He'll be wearing "This Is My Mortgage Man" t-shirt.
I actually got to take a ride on my big green tractor shirt. So
Well, enjoy yourself.
I know what that green tractor means. Have a good one, boys.
see you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony